Oh, yes.
How the hell do we play Stygian Umbra? Probably like Plink with Conduit, Tethys? And we try to find more Conduit effects, I guess. We found an Icy Silophyte again. 2 Crypt Builders, 2 Making ofs, and a Fyra's Greed. Okay, I don't really like starting with Pyrostone Housing, but it's better than Cleansing Water. I hate Cleansing Water. Yeah, I'm gonna go the Conduit Tethys. So I think my question right now is, does Tethys sit on the bottom floor or higher up? For the first fight, I think he probably needs to sit on the second floor, so the Silophyte can sit on the first floor, behind a thingamajig. Titanskin 1 hoses our Plinks a little bit, but I think we still need to take this format, and honestly, like, runs where you can't take the first challenge are just too scuffed to play through. I'm not going for win streak. Oh, actually, this is 2 damage to a random enemy, so it could spawn a morsel, and we found one. Morsels, unfortunately, don't have a great place to live right now. I guess we're pumping this unit. Okay, we got that. Put this guy up here. Well, this fight seems to be working out. Like, even very basic morsel scaling, I think, is getting us through here. There's no way we can Plink you to death, so Plink might hit this Acolyte. No dice. Right. I think the second floor just has enough health to deal with this. We've got 8 spell weakness on you, so Crypt Builder's lethal. Mollusk Mage. Okay, maybe that's speaking to more of a Conduit strategy. We've got 2 Crypt Builders to work with that, and this can fit into our second floor, right? It prevents us from playing morsels on the second floor, but, like, we don't have a good unit to feed anyway. I think this is... Oh, I don't know which thing this is. Is this Mind Collapse? It could be Mind Collapse here, because our damage on Mind Collapse might top out at a decent value. Well, no, Mind Collapse is never going to outperform some of our, like, attuned spells, and we have 2 attuned spells already. So maybe it's likelier to be Antumbra Assault. I think this is better for us to play around with Conduit. And we can Antumbra Assault our own stuff, too, so there's, like, utility in there. I think we want an Umbra unit because we want somebody who can actually eat morsels. Yeah, we've only got 1 Umbra banner out of our first 3 banners, and our next Umbra banner's up here past Archeon. So I think we have to visit 2 Merchants of Magic so that we can get an Umbra choice. Well, if we're visiting 2 Merchants of Magic, it's not the end of the world because Crypt Builder upgrades are still good, I think. Okay, these are not my favorite Umbra units. I think we actually take Morsel Master, and he just hangs out alone on the top floor for now. And we just live with that. This is honestly because, like, I don't like Crucible. I just don't like Crucible Warden, man. I don't think he does enough work. Like, almost no matter how much you feed this guy, I think he's never winning. Whereas, like, Morsel Master with making of a morsel's actually pretty good. The spoilers they put out for the upcoming update, which an update for Monster Train? I haven't seen any. I didn't check into it. So I am not aware of that. That sounds pretty cool. Do we Holy Stone a Crypt Builder here? I think we Holy Stone a Crypt Builder, and then we never play our Vengeful Shards again, and they turn into Fire as Greed money. What can we spell chain here? I don't know if there's anything here that we can honestly feel good about spell chaining. So I think none of it's good enough. But I will take plus 10 damage on a Crypt Builder. 2 spoilers out. Lost Armory update. I'll have to check this out. Do we check it out after the stream or do we check it out now? Who wants to see the spoiler now? Like, let me know in the chat. And maybe we'll take a break from the run to take a look at that. I'm wondering if I Emberstone here, but I think I don't because I'm on discount Tethys. Let me actually Emberstone making up a morsel. And I'm going to purge some kind of guy over here. What are we doing? I don't have a tank for the silo fight. I'm hearing a yes spoilers. Lost Arsenal, couldn't find a release date. Decent sized free update. Okay. Let's take a sec and we'll check that out. Let me get my Steam up. Let me actually just make sure that my desktop is clean. And then I can just put my desktop up on the stream. I gotta muss with my windows for a moment. Get rid of that. Yada yada da da da. Close things. Okay. Anything else extraneous open? Let me see if I can find it in Steam. Yep, Lost Arsenal preview. Okay, we will change the scene over. Wait, do I still have a scene? Oh, that's funny. I haven't reestablished this scene. So let me just put up display capture. I think this should be the right one. Yep, looks like it. Okay, and we'll put that underneath the camera, but on top of the game. Okay, what are we looking at? Can I enlarge this? Does this go to a link? Get the bigger link. Enhance. Okay, can you guys read very well? It seems a little tricky. Maybe I can up the size a bit more. No, that is. Oh, that didn't do what I wanted. Undo that. It wasn't grabbing the right scene. There we go. I can no longer grab the edges. Okay. Oh, so we've only got 2 new card reveals. What have we got? What do we got? I like this art. I mean, the mushrooms. We got the mushrooms and the morsels hanging out. That was written by somebody who hangs out in the Discord. That's cool. I like, presumably one of their moderators, of course. All right, Lost Arsenal with unique new cards, brand new events, balance changes on all clans. We're getting rooms for the MT1 clans. Yes, I would like to see alternatives to Bird and Kale. It's kind of annoying to look at them every run, and because Kale is a presence in every run, I like always have the same bottom car game plan because I know I need to be able to sweep 50 by the time I fight Kale. Nice, nice, nice. Rage 2 on Strike and Revenge. And apply Frostbite equal to half the damage dealt. Oh my goodness. There's a reward for getting damage on your units in a Stygian run? There's no point to scaling damage on Stygian units. It's very weird and sad. Okay. That's awesome. Because that is a huge factor in like how you're picking your pathing for MT1 factions is like steel merchants do so little. All right, let's cut that and go back to the game. Sweet. Oh, what was the release date actually? Does it say? August 13th. I don't see a release date for it, so I guess it's just up and coming. Yeah, I don't see a date here. Soon. Soon. That's all we get to know. I definitely need to throw a card remove right now. Let's get rid of spears. I usually get rid of spears before shields. All right. Sweet. Let's see. I think we do take this and the Xylophyte deals with it, or we just plink it to death. Well, either way, I'm pretty sure we take this. So how am I setting up the car? Yeah, I mean, it'll be pretty interesting. The Rage Room is interesting to think about because it's like on strike and on revenge. How are you going to use both of those mechanics to your advantage? So I would usually want to play the Xylophyte bottom floor, but I might play the Xylophyte top floor with a Shield Steward so that it can deal with the incoming guys. What are my good conduit spells? I mean, actually, I think I'm just plinking everything that comes in the train. So this is weird. This is very weird. You know, let me just set up as if I didn't take the challenge. And I will find a way to make this work out. Because I will draw spells that makes it work. Yeah. Because we're going to come up here. And we're going to plink. And then I think I block the rest of it with morsels. We'll also play Making Of. So these guys double. They block both the hits. And then these guys are the morsels I actually want to play. I play the Mollusk Mage. The Flutist gets swept. I have nowhere to put this Rubble Morsel. Skill issue. It's my bad. I just lance you so that I get to eat more of my guys. And then we move on. Okay, blink. Sweet. Morsels. Double striking for 14. Pretty sure that kills. Blink. Morsels. If I Crypt Builder you here, Shield Steward lives an extra round. I heal for 3, which is cool. I have no incants to play off of, so let me just do this so he doesn't take damage, I guess. Ooh, energy, sweet. Wait, I'm not playing these so that I can fire us. Let me stop right there. Criminal scum. Those are one of those it's like sets of words that are paired in everybody's heads. It's stop right there, criminal scum, and super easy, barely an inconvenience. What other words do you all have stuck in your head that will always be paired together? Let me know. Just gonna Antumber this. I guess these guys actually like block Elebor. It's kind of funny. This lets me certainly build up a lot more spell weakness on him. It's gonna take him like 4 hits to get through the Xylophyte. And we've got 2 Crypt Builders. That's very adorable. Pretty sure I have to do this to get rid of the damage shield, and this one to kill the boss. 948. I did get a new top damage in a single spell high score with a single spell that did about 25,000 damage. It was on Stygian plus Underlegion, and it was the spell that does damage to somebody based on their debuff stacks. So of course it's doing damage based on the debuff stacks, and a lot of those debuffs were spell weakness. So that got pretty funny. I didn't win the run because I finished off I mean, I played that 25,000 damage hit to kill Seraph, but my remaining health was not enough to go after the Titans afterwards. Do I dare take a third Crypt Builder? Do I dare not take a third Crypt Builder? Okay, this is like the sign that I'm going Goof Troop, and I'm possibly setting myself up to lose, but we're gonna have fun. I'm definitely taking the Space Prism. If I could get like a spell chain on the Space Prism, that would make me very happy. I think I'm going Merchant of Magic here to upgrade perhaps my new Crypt Builder, maybe some other things. Like, as I said, if I could get spell chain on Space Prism, make me very happy. Have more places to put morsels. We got an Intrinsic instead. Got a Holy Stone. Kind of feeling Holy Stoning another Crypt Builder. Does anybody know if, like, you Holy Stone a discounted spell, does it heal at the discounted rate? Or does it discount at the play rate? I think it discounts at the... I think it heals at the discounted rate. But if I'm wrong about that, that would make me very happy. I might go Intrinsic on the making of here. Yeah, heals at the discounted rate. That's what I thought. It is fairer that way. Let's see. Ooh, would I like to Cold Kalia instead of Silophyting? It's marginal. We're definitely taking the Guard of the Unnamed here. Where's the Guard of the Unnamed sitting? Probably in front of Tethys. Yes, he is sitting in front of Tethys. Ooh, wings. Okay, so we can overpack a floor. What might we be doing with an overpacked floor this run? Well, not a lot with these guys, right? Because these guys don't really benefit from it very much. I mean, I'm definitely gambling at least a little bit. I think we're looking to put the wings in the Silophyte to have a stronger sweep unit. Yeah, I don't think there's a world where we're getting this upgrade on anybody else. Searching deeper. I've never seen the Collapse event. I'm going to search a little deeper. Single large wing. So I can get Archus's wing. I've never found the rare wings. Yes, that's true. If I get the well, if I cast into Offering on the floor where it has the discount from Tethys, I don't think I would get the full value. But if I cast it on another floor with Offering, I do get the full value. Unfortunately, I don't have any discard effects right now anyway, so I'm definitely not casting it off the Offering. I think my game plan for casting the Crypt Builders is that I just get more discount from Tethys and like, just eventually cast them for free. I'm going. Okay, it collapsed. So I missed +8 attack because I was greedy. I think this is set up like this. So we've got room for more stuff here, notably. We're just going to keep going with a Shield Steward here. The odds of Plink hitting that Spearman aren't great. And we got it anyway. Oh yeah. Trigger incants here. Miners, and take one here. And I think I probably just throw out some of these. He gets healed for 20. I can deal 40 to him, though. Incants. The greed! Yeah, no, I was feeling it. I've never gotten whatever the rare result is from that encounter, so given that I wasn't super excited to get the non-rare outcome, I wanted to see what I could do. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of conduit on this floor to, like, get the big plink in. Let's see, he's on Siphon right now, so killing this Flagellant's probably inadvisable. Let me see. That takes him down to 10. And Tumber doesn't kill him from 10. I guess we try for it anyway. Like, so Antumber doesn't kill him, Double Plink doesn't kill him. We're just kind of sad. I guess we do this, and then, like, Plink you. We can't Antumber kill you either. So I guess if he's already getting this Siphon, we just get this Antumber kill. Play these guys where they get doubled for value. Play this because it's an incap. Let's see. I think Space Prisms probably go up here so that we eat more. I don't want to put a Spear Steward in anywhere. I'm going to Crypt Builder you for health. We got 3 health out of that. So you can discount it and still get the full health. Nice. Okay, okay. That is super good. So we're cooking this run. I don't want to eat his spell weakness, but I need these armor triggers. So I'm just gonna give up the spell weakness and get the armor. Because our armor is going to be really fraught. We're going to be struggling to keep this guy alive. There's our Mollusk Mage. Love it. Okay, so now those are like 28 damage plinks. Well, 28 damage plinks on the other guys, not on the Fallen Champion. We got the Shield Steward in the nick of time. Sweet, landed the plink. He soaks this. He's going to pick up 2 more damage shield. We'll take the damage. Fires Greed, goes Burr. Alright, so I don't know how we're killing this guy at the front of the line right now. Are we just going to Crypt Builder him here? Well, that's pretty free. Let me just do that. Yeah, I think we Crypt Builder him to avoid damage. And then we just Frozen Lance this guy. Looks like he gets killed here. Yeah, that is some game-changing knowledge we just picked up there. That is exciting stuff. Alright. Yeah, Archeon just kills you. Spear Steward blocks 1 hit, so you'll be able to get 1 extra stack of spell weakness. Let me do Frozen Lance, Plink, awesome. Got our Plink kills, give me 10 gold. Yeah, Holy Stone is kind of tech. The other thing that's really cool about Holy Stone is Holy Stone Pyre Tap makes a spell free. And there are a couple interactions with Pyre Tap about that. So if the spell costs more than your current energy, and you cast it with the Pyre Tap out, it will not take from your current energy, it'll just use the Pyre Tap. So when you're in a faction with very expensive spells, like maybe you've got copies of Awake or Cycle of Life in Awoken, you can just, if you get a Pyre Tap, you can just Holy Stone those, and then because the Holy Stone gives you health back as the Pyre Tap spends it, you're just gaining. But by that same logic, if you have something discounted, maybe you can gain life through Pyre Tap on a Holy Stone spell? I don't know, maybe. That is a thought. This is a bit of a bummer because I want to be able to Crypt Builder Archeon, but Plink probably hits Archeon without hitting the Sycophant. I mean, we play these, obviously, and this guy is going to become fat. Okay, we did not get the lucky Plink. It is what it is. If Plink hit this guy and we got to Crypt Builder Archeon, I think he might have died on the spot. But we get him to fight like a 70-70 or something with 3 layers. Oh no, it's 100-something. Oh, and we found one last Crypt Builder too. More healing. Sweet. And we get more money off of Fire's Greed, too. And then we destroy the boss. Okay, so this is pretty fun. So Wretch is pretty strong. Forever Consumed is interesting. Oh, that is an interesting thought. Yeah, because we're experimenting with this off of Tethys' effect, but it might not work the same if it's an upgrade on the card. I'm going to take Wretch here. Morsel Maid. I think Morsel Maid plus Morsel Master is like a hyper power floor, right? Like, I think that's super cracked. Because he immediately eats the duplicated units, and we can, like, go crazy, and then we Wretch, and it's just bleh. I've wanted to play Morsel Maid forever, but I don't see it offered that much. Yeah, Morsel Maid, I think, sets us up in a really great way. So we've got our middle floor where we're doing all sorts of casting. We've got our top floor where we're doing all sorts of eating. We've got our bottom floor, which technically has an Icy Xylophyte, and maybe something happens there. We almost certainly need a Merchant of Steel, right? It's like, I need upgrades on the Guard of the Unnamed, so he's a better tank. Upgrades on the Icy Xylophyte, so it's a better sweeper. Upgrades on the Morsel Maid, so it's a better carry. I need everything. I have no upgraded units, right? Yeah, I haven't seen any unit upgrades so far. Only spell upgrades. But we only have 200 gold to work with. I think we just have to see this and do what it does and get what we get. We have another Merchant of Steel here on the left, as well as an Empyrean Well. I don't know what we would do with the Empyrean Well. Maybe upgrade a Crypt Builder again. Maybe our deck is just like 80% Crypt Builders, and that's fine. Bloodthirsty Blade onto Icy Xylophyte can kind of make that real. We didn't get our quick. I don't think I have a dualism compatible unit. I could technically dualism the Guard of the Unnamed. It's just not very exciting. Like, I don't think that helps us win almost at all. Like, this is probably a reroll because these options are very bad. Okay, so multi-strike and the large stone. Multi-strike, I'm probably feeling for the carry. So we put that on the Morsel Maid. Right, I forgot we have a light stone for triple upgrades. Shoot, I might have wanted to play differently off of that reroll. I forgot I had a third upgrade option. But our choices there were endless in dualism. Like, what are we doing? Dualism on the Guard of the Unnamed, dualism on the Xylophyte. I think dualism on the Guard of the Unnamed is okay, but like, this is better. And then I want to take this for the Guard of the Unnamed. But remembering that we have the Pyrostone housing, we're probably going to, like, almost every Merchant of Steel we're offered. We're definitely going to this one. We might be going to this Ring 7 Merchant of Steel as well. I need to take more Pyre damage. You know, Fire's Greed with Pyre Tap would be hilarious. Because, like, if I had Pyre Tap with these Holy Stone spells, I could play them for free and then also get health back while damaging my Pyre to get money. Gotta take the challenges. All right. So how much can we set up initially? We can get the Morsel Maid with the Master. Cool. Get this, get this. We can get down the Xylophyte with the Shield Stewards. The Xylophyte does not have a real tank yet. Worth noting. Mollusk Mage out. Making of. They get eaten. Huge stats immediately. Love to see it. Throw out a Plink. We can throw that out for free. We'll take a damage for Fire's Greed. Okay, we got the Bloodthirsty Blades, so that can start stacking. Throw those out for incants. Wow, and she's already under threat of death. So I'm gonna Antumbra Assault here, I think. Play this here first. Okay. So, is there any amount of blocking for her that solves this problem? Let me also retch. Oh, boy. This problem doesn't really get solved by morsels. I have to play almost this entire contingent of morsels to make her not die? There's no way that's worth it. First of all, I still want that in the retch pool, no matter what. I think it's, like, stupid to not give that to the morsel maid. I mean, I think I really need the Bloodthirsty Blade to scale. So I'm just gonna play it like this. Maybe I play it so she picks up Lifesteal. I still have another Shield Steward in the set, so let me play it like this. She'll get Lifesteal, and that way if I get something in front of her, maybe she can live. But she's gonna pick up like 12 Corruption. It sucks. Yeah, so that 12 Corruption is threatening to kill her, and it looks like she's dying, and there's like basically nothing I can do about it. Well, if she's dying, I might as well play these Plinks on her floor, right? Well, if I block the attack, does she live here? Because she lifesteals. Okay, she lives off the lifesteal. Ay, ay, ay. You'll need a full. Eat. Eat. One of the nice things about Plink is we can always play it into incants. I think you're right about that, in that she dies from Corruption. Yeah, she's gonna die from Corruption here unless I had a means of giving her lifesteal again, which I don't. It just is what it is. I find myself saying that a lot nowadays. It is what it is. I guess we don't need a Space Prism here. Boom goes the Dynamite. More incants. I guess she dies with only one wave to spare, but it is depressing. And of course, Quell the Corruptor enters the train, so the Mollusk Mages immediately die. The Morsel Maid basically needs to kill him solo. Thankfully, he probably can. This Plink actually kills, gets us a Magma Morsel. I need to not redraw this. Give me armor. So the Mollusk Mage commits Sudoku because he looked at a gross guy. Okay, yeah, there's I can probably afford to play into the Corruption here because I just get so little out of this floor. You suck. There, at least I kill the Misshapen Fiends before he goes upstairs. Okay, what are we looking at? We got him? We got him. Bleh. He's downright nurgly. It's true. Alright, this is probably Unnamed Tome every day of the week, right? I think it's always Unnamed Tome. Yeah. I can't look at Unnamed Tome there and click on anything else. I think Cannibalize is pretty good. My question is it ever Emberforge? Why would it ever be Emberforge over Cannibalize? Is Emberforge gonna tank for me? Is that the thought? Like, can Emberforge even fit? It can't be drawn in the initial thing. Unnamed Tome is so good. It solves so many problems. Like, what's it called? Double stack Unnamed Tome can, like, shut off a flying boss for his entire fight. It's so good. Yeah, I think I'm taking Cannibalize here, because you can't really Shroud Spike into Morsel Maid. But there are ways of setting up Cannibalize here that are pretty good. I think it's the Merchant of Steel again. We have an Empyrean Well here too, which might be able to do something cool. I'm not sure what it does, but it might be something cool. Competing with a Merchant of Trinkets. No, I think the Merchant of Steel is way better. For instance, if we find Quick on the Icy Silophyte, it solves a lot. Okay, we didn't find that. We found the Titan Stone. Titan Stone and the Guard of the Unnamed makes me feel a lot better about that floor. Oh, there's also... What was I looking at? Why didn't I see the quick immediately? Such a weirdo sometimes. Okay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think I'm actually going to take a Strength Stone on the Silophyte as well. So from there, if the Silophyte picks up Multi-Strike, it is actually able to clear 50. Yeah, I might double Retch. I think doubling Retch is pretty high on my list of like options to do. The Unnamed Tome is probably the other candidate there. Do I reroll or take a card purge? Because I do have some chaff hanging around. We've got an Empyrean Well here. Let's see. Pyramanes are really weak for us, so our Unstable Vortex options are both paired with Merchant of Arms. We could use a Merchant of Arms to set up Intrinsic on our Bloodthirsty Blade. Got 6 deployment energy. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're only using 5, so we could totally set up a deployable Bloodthirsty Blade and have that coincide with this Unstable Vortex. That's pretty good. I mean, it is a bummer, because I love Forgotten Boons, I love Celestial Alcoves. This Merchant of Magic is certainly useful. Okay, so I think that's probably where I'm going after the next fight, so I'm gonna get some card removes. And there are 3 card removes that I need. Is it a purge or a reroll? A purge or a reroll? So if I reroll here, I go down to 90 gold, which is not usually enough for me to get a second row upgrade. And if I am grabbing another upgrade, I'm looking for a second row upgrade. So I think we don't reroll here. We take a purge. We hit this Merchant of Arms. We go for this Merchant of Steel. We'll get another duplicate as well. So let me remove one of the Spear Stewards. Yeah. That's true. You can't really spell chain Wretch normally. So I'm gonna duplicate the Wretch here, because I think, what's it called? I think that Unnamed Tome is stronger the later in the run we are, whereas Wretch is strong right now. I'm gonna skip this. I don't need either of these units. They don't really help. Shoot. The extra 10 gold, if I had thought about the extra 10 gold from the banner, that might have actually made the reroll worthwhile at the merchant. I'm taking this. I don't think this can stop me. Okay, so as before, it's Silophyte with a Goon, Unnamed with Tethys, Morsel Maid, Morsel Master. Oof. Okay, this guy's like not long for this world, right? Get the Incats. Get the Eaten triggers. We don't have access to the Slays yet, so we're playing the Planks. We got nothing. We get nothing. Playing that over here for the Incats might have been better, but it's a little marginal. I must have hit a hotkey. Change that over. Morsel Maker would have done this. I mean, I guess I could fit 2 Morsel Masters up there. Yeah, or because that was a Morsel Master, not a Morsel Maker, if I was reading correctly. Because Morsel Maker is 2 energy, so I think I would have read that correctly if that was the case. But maybe I was reading it wrong either way. I think we Entumber one of these guys. Let me just play the Planks. Okay. We definitely save Unnamed Tome for the boss. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Yeah, it might have been better with the Morsel Maid up there. And it's true I had the energy to play it anyway, so I would not have been hurt to have picked that up. Just gonna do this. Scaling, eating. This floor is such a bummer, man. I might need to find, like, an Umbra Tome for the Morsel Maid to actually do enough work. It's good that he has Double Strike, though. We got the Mollusk Mage. That's good. Okay. The Icy Silophyte is dying before it even sees its Bloodthirsty Blade, even despite being quick. That is a bit of a product of, well, no, it's not really a product of giving them Reanimate. It's just, it's just what happened. Let me plink here again. How much are you dying by? 6, 10, 14. I mean, like, blocking one shot keeps him alive, right? No? Okay, I need to block another shot. Let's just put an Entumber Morsel out. That should block enough. There we go. Then back to eating good. Let me see. So, I think I have... Okay, I have a spare Shield Steward. Probably gonna wind up going down here. Let me Space Prism this floor. And the rest we'll keep. Okay, I should... the Morsel Maid should be able to punch through both of these guys. I don't know what I'm doing about that Undying Wretch. Oh, I guess the Undying Wretch actually gets killed by the Morsel Master. Ah, sweet, Crypt Builders. Let's build some crypts. Boom. Okay. Well, that's nice. 30 damage with Spell Weakness kills you. Kills you once. Which means I now multi-strike through the row. We retch him. Let's see. 1 plus... that's 11... That's 15. I think I need to block, like, too much of it to live, and it's not worth it. It really breaks my heart that I'm not finding these. Right. Harvest is doing it, yeah. Harvest is just punching through. So insulting that the Shield Bearer does 1 damage and I don't have any morsels with health anymore. I think I just have to bail on the Silophyte, and we'll wind up putting the Bloodthirsty Blade on, like, the Morsel Maid up here. He'll still get some slays in. There's going to be an argument for not unnamed toming the boss, because maybe we need the boss to pick up more lives so that we can slay the boss more and improve our scaling on the Bloodthirsty Blade. Because the Bloodthirsty Blade kind of has to hit a proper target by the end of the run. I am going to do this. Yeah, we play that. He still gets to sap us because he lives with his Reanimate like a loser. I'm actually going to cannibalize the Shield Steward here, because he's a loser and I don't need him. So that's pretty fun. I'm pretty sure these guys get crunched by the Morsel Maid, and we can kind of plan on everything getting crunched by the Morsel Maid. So he gets a proper number of slays. Okay, so here's where I have to kind of think. So if he gets both of his sets of Reanimates, he's going to get another 12 on top. He'll have like 20 Reanimates up here. That suggests that I need to be able to survive like a slap for 20 up to 20 times, like 400 health, give or take. That might be too much. Let's see. I can still play the plinks here. Found that. Okay, that's helpful. This probably doesn't matter. Going for armor here doesn't matter, because the, like, I don't want to play into the Shield Bearer anymore, I don't think. So we're setting up a Retch for 10, so I want to have my hand as close to empty as possible. And then we Retch. I think after the Retch, he becomes big enough that I don't need to silence the boss. The jewelers especially get in there. Yeah, because I was saying ballpark of 400 health. Right now we've got close to that 6 damage shield. I think we're actually going to be there. There's even more scaling. I don't want to let that zealot through. So I think I have to crypt builder here. Now we get it. I crypt builder you. Then I plink. Didn't hit right. Alright. Okay, it might be down to the spells we get, because we're losing our damage shield here. Maybe I silence him here and just settle on the 14 reanimates. I think that's way safer. Does he kill before the 5 mutes are gone? I think he probably kills the 4 before the 5 mutes are gone. Nope, he got through the mutes. But we still kill him. Alright. Okay, yeah. We got him. We got him. And the fact that we got him means that we're probably picking up a minimum of 10 slays on the Bloodthirsty Blade. Oh, a bit more of a share because he has multi-strike, so it's probably more like 14 slays on the blade. It is funny that we're feeding the harvest to the guy behind him. Our health is just high enough that it works out. That's crazy. Ooh, Frenzied Swarm? We have Entropy Seraph. This might disrupt our Unnamed Tome. But we have 3 Crypt Builders. I'm gonna take the Frenzied Swarm. This is so strong. Is it ever Crucible Extension here? I don't think it's ever Prism Retrieval. What does Crucible Extension actually do for me other than clutter my hand? I don't think there's any way I need Crucible Extension, so we're passing. Okay, I feel like, yeah, I wanted it to be the Merchant of Arms here for the deployable Bloodthirsty Blade. Got the Bloodthirsty Blade to 28, the Silophyte to 27, so we are hitting the quick 50. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. That fixes so many problems, but we do need this to be deployable. Is there anything else I'm doing here? We could pick up a Zone of Silence. It's non-bosses, but it's still very helpful. And we have no rooms right now, so I think we can definitely do that on the bottom floor. Are we re-rolling? Are we merging anything? What else might we want to do here? We're definitely not buying Equalizing Rings. I don't think we buy a Fight Club. So, the equipment we can find after re-rolling is like the Quick Dagger, the Meat Shield. I don't really want either of those. There's the Quick Dagger, the Meat Shield, there's the Void Thingamajig with the Extinguish Whatsit. There's an argument for digging for that and slapping it on the Morsel Maid. I don't think it's very necessary, though. And I think we can just find better value out of the Merchant of Steel. Possibly the 2 Merchants of Steel and the Merchant of Trinkets, I think gets us more than Void Armament does. Like, I think our 300 gold goes further in that case. You're nixing the Shield Stewards. They are gone. It's like that just because. Okay. I do still wish I had a better tank. Maybe, maybe there's a point where we use our duplicate to duplicate the, Guard of the Unnamed. So that we can play the Guard of the Unnamed in front of the Silophyte in the bottom floor. I would like to have a third upgrade on the Guard of the Unnamed if that's the case. We do have a Merchant of Steel Empyrean Well, so we can think very carefully after we check the Merchant of Steel. I'd also probably love to hit the other 2 upgrades on the Morsel Maid. I don't know what we're grabbing necessarily, though. Oh man, I can get Wretches in my early hand and they're still playable. That's so nice. Unfortunately, we don't Wretch the cardless copies, but that's still, like, 2 Morsel Miners that we get to dredge up. And we might hit a Plink here. Got it. Make sure we Wretch on the floor with the Incant unit. And we do it again. And this unit becomes a 203-164 on turn 1. Unfortunately, our Xylophyte is taking a beating and picking up some corruption, which kind of puts a clock on this unit. Like, isn't it already scheduled to die now? Holy shit. I did remove the units that were set to stand in front of it, so that's kind of my fault. Because even if I Frenzied Swarm these guys, it still dies from the corruption. Oops. That's on me. Is there any way I can get, like, a lifesteal guy on there? No. Nope. Nope. Yep, Xylophyte's doomed. Which means that Nourishing Cherubs are going to get to eat, which is going to cause me some trouble. I can still kill him. Yeah, I guess I was hasty removing my removing both of my Shield Stewards. I guess I needed one of them. It's still a sweep 50 for future rounds, and I don't think I necessarily lose the run on this. I need a Frenzied Swarm this Supplicant. Let me just play these out for Incats, and then do this. We daze the Supplicant so that he doesn't put bullshit in our deck. I think Eaton still triggers because it's a status. Oh no, we sweep the Eaton unit that turn anyway. It's these turns that we find ourselves in trouble. Alright, it is possible for Plink to get a kill. Didn't happen, alright. We gotta see how this goes. Cannibalize. I don't get anything out of Cannibalize unless Plink hits. We got a Plink hit. Sweet. We unnamed Tome here to stop Kale from feeding people. This fight is a huge problem with units getting to eat. Okay, nothing dangerous is getting through here. That's good. We finally found our Mollusk Mage. You do this. Into this. Plink 16 definitely won't kill. Here. Plink might get me a kill on the Misshapen Fiend there. I need to try and get this Supplicant out, but both Plinks need to hit that to happen. So I think I'm going... No, both Plinks need to hit the Fiend as well. I'm just going to do this so we don't get the 2 Discordant Tolls. Let's see. Gonna Antumbra Assault into Plink. Didn't land it. So these guys are providing spikes, so Mollusk Mage and Tethys are dying on spikes. And I get the Silence out so they eat less. Put them on a diet. I have no way through this. This is pretty scuffed. Okay, that's fine as is. Crypt Builder you to death. Wretch. trying to think of anything other than the morsel maid eats, but I just think we don't get anything out of that. If we're feeding any other unit, I think it's just a waste. So we can Frenzied Swarm into the other Crypt Builder as well. It's 80 damage. I think we're going to play it here. But it doesn't prevent the Eaten trigger. Maybe we play it here instead to preserve the damage shield. Let's do it. Yeah, from the looks of it, I think we get through it because the Morsel Maid can still one-shot this Blightbound Guardian, which is one of the last threats on table. This Kale will come upstairs with a lot of, like, Eaten buffs, but it's just not going to save him, because our damage is way too high. Cool, found that kill. 10 units in the Eaten pile. Yeah, the Morsel Maid is just too big to be bothered by spikes. So I'm pretty sure we get out of the fight on that basis. I'll gladly take out one of these guys, give Kale a little bit of a diet. He's gonna go upstairs with like spikes 12. And then we win the fight. And I can play this Crypt Builder at the end too. And I can technically retch, which is very funny. So we'll do it, because it's funny. Crunch, 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 crunch. Mmm, juicy units. Yeah, kill him in 2 exchanges. This unit gets a lot of work done. How do we feel about Furnace Tap? Furnace Tap is one of those classic win-the-game plays that you make sometimes. It's strong in a lot of ways and in a lot of cases, but I don't have a way to play around Ember Drain. I mean, I don't really have a way to play around Ember Drain, but it's not that Ember Drain really makes me that sad, and Furnace Tap is really, really strong. So I could take another Hell's Flame here to help me play around the Ember Drain. That's definitely true. I think, given the way that fight went, I'm certainly using the Well to duplicate the Guard of the Unnamed. Yeah, I think I'm fine to play through it. Like, I don't think it matters. So this is either Limbo's Solace or it's Hell's Flame. Hell's Flame definitely helps me play through the Ember Drain without a problem. Thinking about deployment, I think I'm like 1 short of getting full deployment, as is, if I don't take this. So I've got 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, if I duplicate another unit, I'm going to need 1 more energy to play it all. I'm just going to do this. We're taking it easy this time. Yeah, we're running over here for the duplicate. Merchant of Steel. We can get another Frenzy Stone. I'm going to get Incant again, probably. Because it's what's on offer. Okay, so we might want to do this. Or we do this. I think this kills bosses way faster for us. Because this doesn't change what we're clearing out very much. Let me do that. We're on Entropy, so I don't really necessarily have to worry about whether or not the Morsel Master's staying alive. We could do this. Or this. Let me do this. I don't know what I'm even preparing. Like, it's not in my head quite what I'm preparing for with that play. But I'm doing it anyway. I'm gonna do this. I like that a lot. I don't think there's a unit I want to Endless. No, not with this setup. Shield Stone, Strength Stone. I think we're just fine moving on from here. Because we don't really have spikes. We don't really have a sweeper concern. we don't have too much coming in terms of corruption. Rather, all of our corruption is hitting the frontline units. Yeah, I think we're good from there. So we don't want to visit any more Merchants of Steel, so we're probably hitting the Merchant of Arms in the last ring, which will get us an Unstable Vortex, and the Forgotten Boons plays into Trinkets. My last upgrade here, I'm just going to take Conduit 3. I don't think I've taken Conduit 3 before. And then I'm going to duplicate the Guard of the Unnamed. So we have one of those on second floor, one of those on first floor. It's very funny to look at our artifacts. We have almost nothing, but it's pretty fine. Well, since we took the second Hell's Flame, I can probably take the Pyre Dampener more or less safely. It's a little risky, because it's going to delay me playing one of my Guard of the Unnames. I think I just don't play the Guard of the Unnamed in front of Tethys. So I think this is actually a configuration where Tethys can die and we get away with it. So long as we're sweeping the bottom floor and stacking on the top floor, I think we're okay. Oh, we can actually play everything, okay. I guess we have one excess energy. I must have miscounted something. Or either that or this drawback doesn't kick in until our actual turns start. I thought that drawback kicked in during deployment as well. Let's see. We don't have targeting kill on the Deafening Herald. It's going to cost us on the Bloodthirsty Blade. Oh my goodness, you're right. That is going to be really cracked. But of course, like, Dante already scales up with a couple different rooms, so whatever. Like, if you get Dante with the Lazarus Twisted Back, that gives him Rage on Strike, that's already pretty cracked. Just gonna throw these out for incants. Incant. Incant. I'm just gonna not hit a Cannibalize, that's fine. Doesn't really matter where I play the Space Prism anymore, it's kind of a relic. Now he will be getting Rage on Strike again! Let's see, I think I Antumbra Assault here just because it gives me a little bit more of something to retch. So yeah, I'll play into his thingamajig. Three Crypt Builders is so silly. Let's hit him with the big one over here. I find that Dante needs, like, some kind of scaling, but not a lot. Like, Dante can honestly sit at, like, 7 attack and do enough. This is such a bummer hand, because I really want to play both of these. I think this run, we don't need to play Furnace Tap. So I'm going to focus on Zone of Silence. This makes the, this way when the Silence guys come in, they don't prevent my Slay scaling. Let's Frozen Lance you. I think I don't play Frenzied Swarm because it denies me 10 gold. Oh, well, we just Furnace Tap now. Okay. Seems good. Making of Morsel Miner. Links, Retch. Miners. The fact that I'm retching Miners is a big part of what makes this so disgusting. Because I'm not even retching bad morsels. I'm retching the best morsels. And here's a Thane. We are a little drained for a Thane, but it's fine. So we can still play Crypt Builders on this floor. We scale. Scale. More scaling. And I'm gonna unname Tome a Thane because I fucking hate her mechanics. Her mechanics are so gross and dumb. And hopefully our units die before she unsilences. She's at least silenced for that floor. I think she will probably not... oh, she doesn't even summon her guy, because I guess her Ascension is also a silenceable mechanic. Okay, so the funny thing here is I'd like for her to go upstairs while still silenced, so I think I cannibalize my Guard of the Untamed. Let's try it. Actually, no, we're dealing 1,000 damage on this floor. Maybe I commit to that. How the hell are we dealing 1,000 damage this floor? Like, is that just damage through raw persistence? I guess that's just damage from regular attacks. That's so crazy. Okay. Well, it's not like we have Mage Blade. So let me play out a couple spells, and then we'll cannibalize the Mollusk Mage. Because it should be a pretty small amount of our damage here. Yeah, we lost about 100 damage there. I guess it really just does take her that long to swing on this Guard of the Unnamed. But even if she gets her extra bullshit, she's still gonna die top floor, like, immediately. Yeah, it's true, she doesn't scale if the rocks aren't there. So the fact that she's still at 17 health, I guess, is just pretty pathetic. I've never thought of the fact that she would not spawn the rock if she moved up while silenced. Because I don't think I've ever had that circumstance. If my Tethys was any amount of Frostbite, she would have died from that effect, but it's fine. She dies here, and it looks like she does not even really break the damage shield. The lifesteal is happening, so yeah, he cracks the Prayer Stone in 1 hit and cracks her in 2. Oh wait, he actually kills round 1. Doesn't he? Unfortunately, I can't play the Crypt Builders, so I can't refill my 4 missing health. I think we're in really good shape right now. Do I want Ice and Pyre if it comes with a Calcified Ember? Ice and Pyre is pretty decent damage on, like, the top floor goons. I don't think it's ever Crystalline Seeds, because we don't synergize with Frostbite. It might be Drain. Drain is decent. There's a few things to like about Drain. Yeah, I think I'll try adding a Drain. It's fine. Void Binding, Engine Upgrade, Ember Forge. Do I have a spot to put Ember Forge anywhere? I don't think I do. So it didn't take a capacity upgrade. If I Space Prism, can I place the Ember Forge? My middle floor, I'm just doing Guard of the Unnamed, Mollusk Mage, Tethys. I have 1 free slot. If I Space Prism, I have 2 slots on the second floor. That lets me Ember Forge. Does that actually help? Does it actually change anything? Kind of, sort of, maybe. By the same token, I could Engine Upgrade on the second floor, because I have a spare spot. Oh, that's true. Like, either Ember Forge or Engine Upgrade gets me a Mastery. Let me take the Ember Forge. And yeah, if I get a capacity bump, I can put it on the second floor. It should be the left side here for the Unstable Vortex mostly. We can trim our deck. 1,000 gold to spend. Okay, yeah, get free morsels. I like it. We got the Dante's Footstool. That's really good. Jack strips, like, whatever. I guess we take it. Units without upgrades are -1. Double Gorge, yeah. Didn't hit the Double Gorge, didn't hit the Double Gorge. That would be disgusting. Versatile Ember Staff plays very well. There's no reason to take Lightstone Casing. Let's see. Is it ever Hall of Mirrors? Let's see. If we Hall of Mirrors the top floor, unfortunately we're not able to play morsels there. But if we Hall of Mirrors the top floor and play a Space Prism there, we become able to play morsels that get doubled even more. Okay, so forget about the Ember Forge. That card sucks. We're playing Hall of Mirrors top floor with our extra space from the Space Prism, and it's gonna go crazy. Unstable Vortex. Let's see. I think we're at the point of just removing Frozen Lances and Planks. Let me just remove one of each. We have no more trinkets to grab, so I'll do one more card purge on another Frozen Lance. Okay, let's kick this guy's ass. This is maybe the most confident I have been on an Umber run almost ever. Unfortunately, I think I can't play this Hall of Mirrors initially. Because I need to make sure that there's one room preserved. So I do need to make sure I get the capacity increase beforehand. I wonder if the Dante's Footstool discount sticks. Let's find out. Doing pretty good there. We start with making of. I don't cannibalize the making of. Because it wouldn't go in the Wretch pool if I do. Plink pretty much can't hit anything for us here. So I'm just going to toss this stuff into incants. We do have 5 energy per turn, so on Furnace Tap... on Furnace Tap, we're still getting energy, so I'm just going to hit it round 1. Oh yeah, it doesn't hold it. It doesn't hold it. We got the Space Prism. Shoot, if I had a different morsel right now, if I had the Rubble morsel, I could get into these other plays. So this is going to be a pretty slow round. As I hit the Hall of Mirrors on the Dante instead of Zone of Silence, I did sabotage myself there a bit. I'm going to play Plink here for the Incant. Also for the Incant. Yep, just got to let it go. Entropy really cannot do very much to us, so even if we faff about and play slow, we're going to be in a good spot. This is annoying. So, die. Unfortunately, gives them a bunch of attack down here. So now the Guardian of the Unnamed is looking like he's going to keel over. I want to silence you. This also mutes bosses. And now we're fine, because we cast a spell, so we got bigger. Let me drop Making Of down here. I'll do this. What am I draining out of this pile? Probably the Avowed Gladiator, maybe the boss. Let me drain the boss. Okay, I think I don't have a place to put the Emberforge in my current game plan. So he's just going to hang out. He's just going to be whatever. I could technically play him here if I gave up on my Conduit buddy that I'm going to play later. Crypt Builder. Oh, right. The first time I kill something, I get the Shade Lamp. I was like, how did I just get those guys? We can Frenzied Swarm at end of turn to drop the Curse of Entropy, which is pretty great. Scaling, scaling, scaling. Multi-strike 3. His units are pretty annoying, but, like, for me, the Chosen Assassin is just the worst goddamn unit to be up against. Like, the turn that the Chosen Assassin gets Rage is... I mean, it's both the Chosen Assassin getting Rage and the Multi-Strikers getting Rage. Savagery's aura just fucks me up the most. Is he, like, even if you're dazing Savagery, you can't stop his aura. The man has aura. If I Frenzied Swarm here, I think I might lose the Guardian of the Unnamed. So I do need to avoid casting into the Ardents. So I'm just going to do this. Chosen Ardents are annoying, but they are playable. Like, you can play around them. And the Silence guys are also annoying, but I find that a lot of Eternus' stuff dies the same strats you use against Kael, so long as you can avoid sapping your units into oblivion. Stygian's very good at avoiding the sap problem. So I guess I'm playing my Vengeful Shards now, because I can't spend money anymore in the run. Okay, you're getting healed. This is okay. It is what it is. Also, what's it called? On Stygian, if I have that, like, one thing that silences the bottom floor, or when I finally draw my room again, it can theoretically fix some of these problems. I wish that was more than a theory. We're up to 100 damage sweeps. At 140 sweeps, we start killing Scarred Sentinels. Celestial Bastions die at 160 sweeps. Chosen Ardents die at 120 sweeps. Still not there. Bummer. Let me just destroy you. Can I not lose my guy? No, we're still losing him. Alright, whatever. I'll give up a morsel to check. Okay, so we're losing our bottom floor stability. Do I play this Curse of Entropy? I don't wanna. I'll take the damage. We can probably Holy Stone back out of the damage more easily than we can deal with the sap. There's the Hall of Mirrors. Right as we go into the Wretch. Hilarious. Let me see. I don't want to play into this Chosen Ardent. Crypt Builder does not kill there. Plink doesn't kill. Let's see. Well, I guess this is probably what I do anyway. Then we Wretch. So I just don't want to play into the Ardent. Yup, triple triggers. Oh boy. It, like, takes a bit for him to finish eating. This is hilarious. And, yeah, I guess, drain the boss. The boss is taking 1699 damage here. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. It's true, I can't spend it, but cash is still points. That is true. Well, it's the final wave, so this guy still gets to sweep the Purified Souls out of the last grouping, which is very helpful, pretty meaningful. Looks like we are clobbering all of these guys with our sheer, with the raw power of Multi-Strike 4. And all these little guys that I found and incorporated in my being. Behold. You know, it would be adorable if there were certain units that when they, like, hit certain breakpoints, got more googly eyes and entered, like, be not afraid mode. Imagine if the mushroom stack, when it hit, like, certain troop values, just got extra googly. Eat. Eat, my child. And grow large. Larger than these fools can fathom. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I Crypt Builder here, if I need to, if I want to. I mean, nothing matters but this top floor where the Morsel Maid kills everything. So I think I just do this. And then do that. This guy doesn't matter. I want to play as much as I can before the Wretch. Will the man go to 1,000? I don't think he will unless I, like, take my time on the last turn. Oh, he's close. So I need to not forget that his own Gorge gives him stats, in addition to the morsels. He be gorging. I've not gotten to Morsel Voltron this hard. Oh, well, I mean, I haven't Morsel Voltron on the Morsel Mage, on the Morsel Maid at all yet. This is a first time for the unit. I just want to go for, like, an attack stat record real quick, so I am going to play these guys out. I think this is the highest attack stat I've gotten, but it might be matched by a run I had a while ago with, like a triple stack Rites of Rage. So I had a run with a triple stack Rites of Rage on Hornbreaker, where I think I was like tagging him with something and then he was going up to like 400 attack immediately or something. So as the fight went on, he got up to like Rage Stupid. And he was paired with the one guy who makes Rage better. So I think that the pairing of the two of them makes Rage +4, and I had a card for, like, Rage 36. Oh, we got the Hall of Mirrors again. That's not what we want to hit. Silophyte, Bloodthirsty. The 20 health on the Silophyte turned out to matter. That's noteworthy. Once again, I'm not playing the Hall of Mirrors right away. Making of. Morsel Miner. Prism. Making of. Morsel Miner. I need to kind of balance where I'm playing these for the sake of my armor gains. I don't need to play this Curse of Entropy because my Pyre is stupid healthy. I think we're going to kill Resolve really fast. My only concern should be how well the bottom floor stays up. We got the Hall of Mirrors. Sweet. We can play Frenzied Swarm this round. Where am I playing it? This guy's immune to Daze, so I think we're just losing the Guard of the Unnamed. Let me cast some spells here. Oh, right, we killed something, so, our boy grows larger. Okay, so he's not dying immediately here. That's nice. These are putting Corruption on him. I probably need to stop that. So I think that's where we focus our Frenzied Swarm. Although this guy's going to, like, 1 health. Might be a concern. This guy's going to more than 1 health. But he's getting 6 more Corruption. I think that has to get stopped. I mean, everything's just a stall for the man upstairs to kill everything forever. Okay, Zone of Silence helps a lot on this floor. This floor, I probably plink everything to death. Sweet. Thank you for cooperating, Plink. Higher Light up to 14. Unfortunately, he's still dying. This is still dying as well. Alright. I see what you're saying. I don't appreciate what you're saying very much. They don't have Harvest here. So let me get more morsels. That gets me Furnace Tap. Okay, so with 2 spells to cast, we're set to take like 35 here, cut in half. He's living. So we're living here. I could be scaling other floors or like, because I know I can feed up to 1 Gorge on each of these floors, but I think that's quitter talk. When I can make this morsel made bigger than God. Okay, so we're dealing about half Savagery's health, which means that next turn we're probably dealing, you know, half of Entropy's health as well, because there's nothing on this floor. Oh, we hit a wretch again. Oh, they didn't want to see that. Look away, bosses. Look away. Unnamed Tome is good and free here. I like that play a lot. Plinks. Cool. We got Plink hits, which means that I can cannibalize into more bullshit. We're not playing Pyrelight, and that's okay. I see that my energy came back. I don't even know why, but that's okay. We haven't triggered Versatile Emberstaff yet. This triggers it. Found me a Crypt Builder. Cool. Build me a Crypt. Keep this guy alive a little longer. I would like to see Entropy dying by next turn. Looks like we're on track for that. So we're clocked on Dominion. So Savagery definitely dies when he hits here. Entropy's going to be dead before then. All we need to worry about is Dominion now. Dominion and not getting overrun too soon. I don't know how I drew a handful of morsels. When I gorge and it can't put them in my hand, is it putting them in the draw pile? I didn't think that's how Wretch worked. But if that's how Wretch wants to work, then okay. Oh hey, these guys aren't dying. That's cool. I'm gonna help them block for a sec. Okay, this man is larger than Entropy can deal with. So Dominion, we're dealing about like we're gonna be dealing about 300 damage a turn. So he's about 3 turns out. Okay, so that is how Retch works. I think I've never Retched for over 10 before. So this is a little new. Yeah, that floor is going down. Kind of figured it would. Emberforge, block damage for me. Oh, that's funny. Crypt Builder, one of these guys out of existence, right? Who's dying to Crypt Builder today? We no longer have incants to play through. I think we play the Crypt Builder here because it's free to play. And it's not free on other floors. Do I want to drop another, like, Antumber Morsel here? Sure, we'll do it. It should be 3rd card type. Thank you. Crypt Builder again. Cool. I like Crypt Builders. I think Crypt Builder here means we'd kill the Chosen Ardent, too. Very nice. I have buffed this bottom floor by 10 attack. But I don't think they get to the top floor in time to attack. I take this damage. Okay, so let me see. I can incant into this all I want. It's really just a question of Pyrelights to win, right? I don't have any spell damage that hits through his spell shield, so end of turn we hit him for 160, next turn we hit him for 320. That sounds like it's enough. Well, it's more than 450. He might have like a small amount of health left. Do I Crypt Builder in preparation, or do I just kill these guys? I mean, I'm just gonna kill these guys. This guy has Reanimate too. I don't want him to, like, break through. It sounds really annoying. Let me start blocking with some morsels so they don't go back into the Wretch Pool. Wretch Pool's actually bigger than I want it to be right now. It's kind of cluttering up my draws. Let's see. Morsel I want to feed this guy with. Let's give him a little more attack. Play the Vengeful Shard. I'm gonna get a handful of morsels here. Did Jackstrips finish that guy off? Alright. Fire Light, we got it. I'm just gonna end turn. We don't have to watch all the further morsels get eaten. Alright. Pretty good. That was a pretty fun run. I'm so happy that I finally got to go off on Morsel Maid. It did make the run a little bit easy peasy lemon squeezy, as that guy at the top floor really did take care of everything for me. That is my top eaten triggers at 525. New personal best for morsels eaten. Unsurprising, honestly.